Well, welcome back, everyone, and welcome to CalmR 103, Speaking and Listening. Now we're on Chapter 7, and this is Supporting Your Speech Ideas. So your supporting materials, if you think about it, this is the meat and potatoes of your presentation, okay? You've created an outline, and you've got your thoughts all together. When you deliver your presentation, this is where all of your supporting material comes into play, basically. And this chapter actually goes into approximately 7 different samples of how you can use different types of supporting material to enhance your presentation. The first one are examples. That's probably the easiest one. And you've heard that in speeches before. They're going along and then they stop and say, well, for example, there was this one time, and then they go into a story or they tell you an anecdote. So that's a really good one to do, is an example. The second one the chapter talks about are narratives, and they can be a personal narrative, maybe a personal story that happened to you. A literal narrative can also be another one, even hypothetical, one of those what-if type stories. So that's the second of our 7. The third one is definitions, and this is where it gets a little more specific. You got to make sure you do your homework on this, but you want to make sure that you bring in the correct definition. So if there are terms in your presentation that one wouldn't understand, then you'll need to define it. Descriptions are pretty simple, right? They talk about describing something either through one of your 5 senses, through sight, through smell, through taste, through touch, through hearing. Okay. How about scientific facts or even historical facts? So again, you got to do your research, bring that information in, make sure that it is accurate, and make sure it's specific, and then add that to your presentation and use that as one of your supporting materials. The last 2 are statistics and testimonies. So stats, you got to be really careful with stats because you don't want to overwhelm your audience with too much statistical information. You want to get the statistics, you want to make sure you do your research, get the right information from the correct source, and then present it to your audience. Same thing with testimonies. Testimonies are words of others that are proven true. And so I just can't say that Joe down the street said. You want to go and get a legitimate person, such as a doctor or a lawyer or the head banker or whatever your speech is on. It's got to be somebody that is legitimate, that you can use their words as testimony. So supporting material is easy. It's an easy chapter to read, but it's also the meat and potatoes of your presentation. So do your homework, make sure you get all the information that you need for your presentation, and I wish you the best of luck as you start preparing them. All right, see you on my next video.